Hey, my foot is so dirty. I just started recording with my toe. I wanted to come hang out with you guys. I'm in bed. And also my like setup is hilarious, like the patterns and the carpet, like it's insane. I know. It's insane. If we're gonna be honest, the setup is still the same as it was from the last video. We have not gone any progress from there, so no updates there. But I wanted to come on here and just talk. I wanted to journal, but I don't know, journaling seems a lot of work. I'd rather just talk it out. I don't know. I have a lot of things like going through my mind. I guess we can talk about the like overarching theme. I don't know, this is not formally planned out, obviously. I'm in bed. Okay, so how do I even start this? I recently, and this is not a big deal at all, but this is just backstory, I guess, like explaining. If you guys have watched my channel before, I have really posted about like substance abuse a lot and my issues with that and my thoughts and beliefs and like all of that kind of stuff around that subject, that topic. And I think I had myself like all wrong for a long time. I recently drank and I recently smoked when I told myself that 2021 was gonna be like a sober year. And normally with that, I would be very ashamed. I would have a lot of shame. I would be overthinking and be like, who am I? Like, why can I not say no to these things? And really like judge myself. But I'm not gonna say I don't feel any judgment, because I definitely do. I think it takes some like maneuvering to not feel any, right? And to clear out all those triggers and stuff. But I don't see it the same way anymore. And I don't know, I was sober for almost 5 months, I think. Which I believe that is enough time for me. I didn't really have a problem, right? Like I am very hard on myself and I make big deals out of nothing. I'm a very extreme person. I'm either left or right, black or white, up or down, right? All or nothing. So I think that for a long time, wow, this is gonna get like, okay, just get ready, buckle in. For a long time, grab a snack, grab water, I don't know what you need, but grab something. For a long time, I think I was judging myself because I felt not spiritual enough if I didn't do certain things. And I thought that to have success, to, I guess, get to where I wanted to be in life, you had to be a certain breed of person. I feel like I had to jump through hoops. I felt like I had to like be perfect almost to be successful or to maintain anything, or I had to raise my vibration so high that, sorry, I just ate dinner, so I'm burping. I thought I had to raise my vibration so high to get anything that I ever desired. And with that, I put a lot of rules on myself, and I recently stopped working with my mentor that I was working with for about 5 months. I think this is like the 3rd week that I haven't had a session with her. And it's nothing to do with her, it's everything to do with me and like what I need. And we had like a beautiful like send off, and nothing is like, I still stand by everything that I've like said about her. my kitchen light goes on and off and on and off and on and off, so excuse that. I don't know if you could like tell. But yeah, nothing against her, like I still love her. I think I love her as a person. I think that what I need and what I believe and my perspectives are changing a lot, and I don't know. So like with that, I desire a life where I really experience life. And for me, I mean, this cycle has been like a long time for me. I think I just got a text and I'm really curious what it is, but I'm gonna, okay. We can see this in cycles and cycles and cycles in my life, okay? Like, I wanted to be vegan because I thought being healthy would make me happier, and then by being happier, I thought that vegan was the only way to be healthy. We can ignore that. I also thought that like the happier I was, then things would magically appear in my life, and like law of attraction and like all that stuff. And I'm not saying none of that is true, because I truly believe that like it works for some people. And I think that for me, I have an overactive mind. If I think about the future or if I think about the past, I will be stuck there. Again, like I'm very extreme. So I don't even know how to like, I don't know. I'm just very extreme. And I think that which is so weird, because the thing they teach in spirituality is like focus on the present, right? It's easier for me to like stare off, so I'm sorry if I'm not like looking at you, but is to bring yourself back into the moment. And I think that I got caught up in like, oh, I have to do this to get this. I have to blank to blank. And I felt like there were all these conditions and all of these rules, and I was really, the light's back on, I was really just doing that to myself. And so I told myself that I had an alcohol problem or a weed problem or a like whatever, and I don't. But that also doesn't take away from how I was feeling when I posted those videos, and it also doesn't take away the fact that like after I smoke weed and I don't for the next couple days or whatever, I have weird like psychosis symptoms, and like that video is still 100% valid. And all of the videos, I used to get really embarrassed because like my mind would change and I would evolve, and I'm like, okay, I have to delete all these videos because I don't stand by them anymore. But the thing is, like, I do stand by them because that's how I was feeling in the moment. And this is to document my life, right? Like, this is to document my life and live my life and do something that makes me happy. And the audience that comes with it is just a perk, right? And being able to influence people is just a perk. And I'm not here to influence someone. I'm not here to tell someone how to live their life. I'm hearing the word muse. I'm here to show you that things are possible, right? And like, if I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's really how I've looked at life forever. I've really felt like that was my purpose, like forever. And that is my purpose, is living a life that I'm proud of, so I can be evidence to other people that it's possible, whatever it is, right? And yeah, that's my purpose. And you can do that in small ways, you can do that in large ways. But YouTube is just like a platform for that. It's just a platform for my thoughts. So all those videos are still, I was so angry and I was so confused, and all of those emotions are still so valid. But now, like, I could cry. Oh my gosh. Now, I don't have a problem, and I realize, like, what that was. I think I don't want to be my father. Like, I really, really hope, not even hope, I have a huge fear that I will end up like my dad. And I look at my actions and I analyze my actions and I analyze my past mistakes and I analyze everything, and I compare myself to him, and I'm like, that's something he would do, that's something he would say, and I feel like I'm tainted with him in my mind, and I want nothing of him in my mind. And I know that's something that I need to work through and, like, forgive him, but ugh. I don't know how, but, like, it's fine. Like, I'm taking every day, day by day by day by day, and, like, working through things as they come up and really trying to understand and trying to just be happy, right? But that's where all of that was coming from, and I think drinking could actually be good for me. I'm not saying, like, health-wise, I'm saying, like, mentally. I'm saying, like, every once in a while, like, if I go to Chili's with my mom, I go there all the time with her, and we want to get margaritas, I want to be able to enjoy that with her. And if I want to party, I want to go to a concert, and or I want to rave, or I want to, like, do these things, I want to be able to do those things. And weed still is not my favorite thing. Again, like, I took a 5-month break-ish, like, almost 5 months, but I took, or almost, I don't know, December, like, 28th, I can't count months right now, is, the last time until, like, a week ago. But yeah, I drank for the first time in 4 or 5 months, whatever it was, and I was like, okay, like, I had this, like, stigma that I would feel awful afterwards. I'm not gonna lie, like, hangovers suck, but it's not like a week-long thing like I thought it was. I noticed that I do have bad habits, like with weed. It's the same thing I have with food, actually. So, like, this is just a me thing. It's not a substance thing. It's like I use things outside of me to cope a lot of the time. And a lot of the time it takes me doing things the hard way to understand. And I've always been like that, but whenever I smoke weed, I'll buy, like, for example, this time I bought a pre-roll. Weed is legal in Arizona. Who knew? Who knew? Not me. I've lived here for 2 years. Who knew? I had no fucking clue. But apparently you can buy it recreationally, and I did. I used to just buy from, like, a human, right? But I did, and it was a cool experience. It was interesting. I'm glad that's something that I got to experience, and I, like, took my mom with me. It was insane, honestly. Growing up in a town where it's like you would get arrested and go to jail if you had like possession or whatever, to going with my mom and buying it with a credit card. It's just insane. But I bought a pre-roll indica with, like, little gummies, like 100 milligrams, like a pack of total, like 100 milligrams. Not each one was 100, but the whole entire pack. So each was like 10, I think. So I got that, but I should have just got enough for, like, one night. Like, it's not like I was gonna take all those gummies and smoke an entire blunt. Like, I should have just gotten the pre-roll or I should have just gotten the gummies. I have a habit of overindulging. There it is, overindulging. Sorry. But I do that with food. I've been good the past couple days, but again, like, I just do that with food. I do that with substances. I do that with pleasurable things. I don't know. To the point where they're not pleasurable anymore. So, normally I would do it for like a week, literally 4 or 5 days out of commission. I'm just high for 5 days. And then you come out of your like coma of being high. This is how I feel, at least. I don't know how everybody else feels. You come out of your coma of being high and you're kind of regretful. Yeah, that's the feeling, regretful, that you wasted 5 days like that, right? Like, it's not worth it. Like, you didn't live anything. You just, you know. This time it was 2 days, which again, like, I don't know, I think it has to do with how everyone like values life and what they want out of life. For me, I want to be conscious. Like, I want to really experience life and remember life. So weed, like, I don't think is gonna be like a huge thing for me. Like, I don't, if I did it socially, I think that would be fine. I think having a lot of weed in my system all at once is what triggers the like psychosis things, or like, that's like a scary word, but it's not. It was scary at first, the first time I experienced it, but I think it's just your mind has to get used to letting go of the THC in your brain. And in my brain, like, I wasn't used to having it in there, so I introduced a lot of it, and then it's slowly like getting rid of it, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I have like weird symptoms, and like, it's happened before. I think that was combined with like the last one. If you guys haven't watched these videos, like, you're gonna have no idea what I'm talking about, but you can watch the What They Don't Tell You About Smoking Weed video, or there's one called I'm an Addict or something like that from like a year ago. And you can watch those to get like a background. But yeah, I don't even know what I was saying, but yeah. Oh, those symptoms, they were scary at first, like really scary, because I also had like a panic attack. I think like I had like a shame spiral panic attack. Like, I was like, oh my god, I did this, I ruined my life, like, this is gonna trigger schizophrenia, like, this is gonna trigger something, and I can't believe, like, my brain was telling me this, like, I can't believe you did this, Michaela, like, you ruined your life, and you now have schizophrenia because you just wanted to smoke a blunt. And like, I'm so extreme. Like, so this time, like, that was months ago, that was in like November, I think, maybe even earlier, November probably. But this time it didn't happen to the same extreme either. This time I was able to be like, okay, like, now you know this happens, so probably only smoke a little bit next time if you decide to smoke, or accept the fact that these are your consequences afterwards. Like, whenever you drink, you get a hangover most of the time. If you get blackout, you're gonna get a hangover. It's just the consequences that come with your actions. So with me, it's like, that is my hangover, is the like tracers and the like twitchy, like before you sleep, and stuff like that. Like, that is really the only thing I experienced. Lack of memory, this time. Lack of memory, hard to fall asleep because I've been asleep for the past 3 days, right? So your body's like, no, I don't want to sleep, which is normal, okay? Even if I didn't smoke weed, that would happen if I slept for 3 days straight, okay? So it's not the weed's fault. Anyways, all this to say, it's not the weed's fault, it's not the alcohol's fault, it's not drugs' fault, right? Like, it's our relationship with certain things. And I feel like this video is all over the place, but I hope that something is hitting someone. I don't know. But yeah, and I'm gaining a lot of trust in myself because, like, I don't want to overindulge anymore, especially with the food. I mean, my weed and food thing go hand in hand. If I smoke, I literally feel like I'm gonna burst my stomach open because I eat so much. But weed, like, takes away the pain of it so I can eat more. And then I've talked about this too, but yeah, I don't know. I used to smoke every single day, and now I feel like I have a relatively, like, healthy relationship with it. I also feel like once you smoke, you want to keep smoking because you don't want to experience the negative side effects of it, of, like, coming off of it. You don't want to experience the fogginess in the brain. You don't want to experience memory issues. You don't want to experience all those things. So I just keep smoking, and then eventually you have to come off of it, so the symptoms are even worse, okay? But for me, that's kind of how it was. And I don't know, weed's probably not the best for me to do. I am also someone that loves, like, the dark things in life. I am a Scorpio, Lilith, Venus, and another one. Lilith, Venus, and Sun. My fucking sun sign, I'm a Scorpio. I was like, what? Like, my mind just went blank. But I really like dark things. I really like things we don't know a lot about, aka like, well, there's research now, but it's really intriguing, the effects of weed on the brain, the effects of alcohol on the brain. I really like psychology. I really like figuring things out, like problem solving. I really like sex, like talking about sex, because no one talks about it. I really like the deeper things in life. I'm like so much Scorpio on my chart, so much water in my chart, right? And I just reference chart because it has helped me learn so much about myself. If you want to get your, like, natal chart read, readings by Cassinia on Instagram. It's just readings, like readings, BYKNESIA. I don't know how to say her name, but she does birth chart readings, and you can get one from her for, like, I think like 300, 200. But it really, I haven't personally gotten one from her, but I buy a lot of things from her, and I really trust her. I think I will eventually get one, but I personally enjoy reading about it myself at the moment, and I don't want to put too much weight on something like that at the moment. I think, like, in the future I definitely will get one from her, probably. But yeah, I just really trust her. I don't know her in person, but I really trust her. So, but yeah, or you can go on, like, astrocafe.com. Just literally Google search natal chart, and then it'll ask for your date of birth, your time of birth, your city of birth, and then it will tell you all of your placements. I would say it's not that accurate unless you know your time of birth, so if you don't know that, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so I don't know, like, I've been researching this, and of course I don't read something and just take it at face value. I assess it. Like, I think that's a huge thing people have misconceived about astrology. It's like, you just read it and you're like, oh, that's me, and you just fit it. But it's like, no, like, some placements you're gonna really agree with, and some you're gonna be like, oh, like, I don't really see that part of me, or I don't really feel like that is a thing, or because they're less active placements in your chart, they're less strong. Like, my Scorpio placements are really strong, so I really dive deep into those. But, like, my other ones, like my moon in Cancer, like, do I really resonate with that at the moment? Like, not really. Like, I see it, but, like, it's not super strong for me. And I'll go through phases where my Gemini rising is so active and so strong. Like, it just depends, right? That's why you have to look at the whole chart to understand what's going on. Because if I just tell you you're a Scorpio, and I tell you Scorpios like taboo, they like darkness, they like creepy things, you know, like stuff like that, just like a general overview, you having that as your sun, you may be like, that's not me at all. But then you dive deep into your chart and you have no other Scorpio planets or like aspects, and you have a bunch of fucking Leo traits strong in your, there's like a fly, the door's open, in your chart. And you're like, oh, that makes sense. That's why I feel like this and not this. So if astrology doesn't resonate with you, that's probably why, because you haven't looked at your entire chart, or you're trying to like blanket statement it. I don't know, there's no blanket statement. It's different for everyone. Like, it's just a helpful tool to understand yourself better and become discerning of yourself, and have someone else like put into words how you feel and how you think. And it's very, oh my god, that fly, it's very reassuring, because like you'll be like, for me, it's reassuring to know that I have a lot of Scorpio placements, because a lot of Scorpio placements in strong planets, because that's why I have so many Scorpio traits, and that's why I feel the way that I feel. That's why I deal with things the way I deal with things. And like my Gemini rising, I'm like all over the place. My Gemini rising, this fly. Can we not? Okay. And it comes right back. Like, that is the most annoying thing ever. But yeah, and my Gemini rising, that's why I talk. That's why I talk things out. That's why I need to vocalize. So, like, what are all these noises? But, yeah, that, it just really helps. So if you feel confused, if you're like, I don't know why I'm like this, maybe getting a birth chart reading would help you. But make sure you're at a point in your life where you can take it with a grain of salt and not just like believe someone. I would never say go get a tarot reading, go get a birth chart reading. If you're in like a very impressionable state, like, don't do that. Like, it'll make you even more confused, right? And if you have a lack of identity, maybe don't. Because it might, what? He's whining. It might, you know, you have to do things, like, trust yourself. Like, I'm not over here, like, telling people that this is for everyone, because it definitely isn't. But it definitely is for a lot of people, and that's who I'm here for, you know? Like, and if people resonate with my videos, they're probably going to resonate with this information. It's probably going to help. So, yeah. I want to be a stripper. Okay, like, that was just, like, the next thought. I really desire, I think I really desire to strip. I really love being in my sensual energy. I love being in that part of me because, again, so much Scorpio in my chart. And Scorpio is ruled by the genitals, the reproductive system. And it just makes a lot of sense. I thrive when I'm feeling that way. I thrive when I am feeling sexual, I'm feeling sexy, I'm feeling in tune with myself. That's really what I see it as, is I'm feeling so in tune with myself right now, and I know what I want, I know what I need, I know, like, anything can be sensual. Like, you could eat a piece of chocolate and it's sexy, right? Like, so I've been thinking about that a lot. I think that's why I thrive off of OnlyFans. I think that's why I love it. I love showing my body. I take those photos anyways. And I also just love feeling like that. I notice when I cut myself off from that portion of myself, I do not feel good, and I feel lost, and I feel like, what's the point? But when I let myself explore that side of myself, explore dancing, like, I never in a million years would have danced, like, gone to Zumba. I would have never even thought about putting my body on display like that, like, whether it's in workout clothes or whether it's stripping. I would have never, but now, like, I'm just like, wow, I am fucking, and I've always thought I was good looking. Like, I never thought I was ugly. That is just an insult that, like, I never really heard. And I never, if I did hear it, I was like, are they blind? Like, I literally, like, that's how I feel about myself. But, like, the fat ones, like, I get it. Like, some people don't like fat people. It's, like, okay. Like, some people, like, it's okay. And that's not a judge on my character, right? But judgments on my character hurt. But, like, the outside, it doesn't really hurt me. But when it comes to this, I'm scared because I want to go, okay, I'm scared because I have to put myself on a stage and audition, right? I have to be in person and I guess be told yes or no. Like, I'm scared of the rejection part of it, and the unknown part of it. Like, I have been thinking about getting a serving job, but I'm like, oh, like, I don't know. Just because I'm young and I want to take advantage of being young and being able to make as much money as I possibly can. And I think having stable money coming in, if you guys don't know, I do YouTube, OnlyFans, and then I have like a website, so I do stuff off of that. That's how I make my money right now. Like, that is my full-time income. But I think it would be beneficial for me to have an actual full-time income that doesn't change and gives me stability until this becomes extreme full-time income, right? Like, I would say I definitely make more than like minimum wage. If you're gonna compare it to that, I probably make, I don't know, like, I would say $20 to $30 an hour, right? An hour, at, like, weekly, at like a 40-hour a week job, but I don't work 40 hours. So I make like the weekly income of someone that makes $20 an hour and works not full-time, probably like part-time. So that's how much I make a week. But sorry, I want to sit up because my nose, when I lay down, gets stuffy easily because the door is open. But sorry. Yeah, but I think it would be helpful for me to have like a stable full-time income, because it'll get me out, get me social. If I strip, or if I work at like a sports bar, I really want to strip though. The money for stripping is like insane, and I just really, I don't know. It's not even like necessarily about the money. Of course, like, you wouldn't do it without money, but I don't know. I'm just really intrigued by that. And yeah, I think it would be helpful because, okay, I would have however many thousands of dollars coming in a month from that, and then I could just see YouTube and stuff as fun and be more inspired and be more creative, and in turn that will make me more money because I'm not as focused on it. I'm not like just at home all day thinking about it. I'm like out and about. Being out and about has really been helping me with my overthinking. I really like being busy, but I think I try to like slow myself down. But I really like being busy. I like being out of the house. And working out has been really like helpful for me. I'm kind of insecure because this video is so long, but I post like hour-long videos, so like, who cares? I get in my head about like, is someone gonna watch this? Like, but I don't care. I'm just doing this because I'm doing it. It's cool that I'm like coming to those conclusions, okay? Because in the past I would literally just stop the video and stop talking because I'm like, no one wants to hear you talk, you little bitch. But yeah, I also feel like the video's all over the place. So I would normally like apologize. I'm trying to stop apologizing and just do me, right? I feel like I look really cute right now. Like, my face, my acne is clearing up. I haven't showered. Well, I haven't washed my hair / been fully clean. Like, I haven't had a full body shower in like 4 days. full body, hair, face, like all the shit in 4 days. I'm going to tomorrow after Zumba in the morning. But yeah, I'm surprised that I feel this good about myself. It's the earrings. It really is. Having earrings boosts your self-esteem. But yeah, I think that would be really helpful for me. But the fears that I'm trying to... I'm also embarrassed that there's a fly flying around. Like, I'm not dirty, like I promise. Like, but I have an insecurity. Also, my sheet it's like off. I promise I'm not dirty. It's just maybe messy, but not like food laying around. Not like... There is a hamburger on a plate right there, if we're being honest, but it's because I just ate, okay? I do have a habit of leaving things there, but I'm like, I'm not dirty, and it just exposing myself. I'm not disgusting. I'm really not. You can think that if you want to, but I'm not. It's okay. But yeah, I think that would be really helpful for me. And I got a call back because I actually applied at a strip club in Phoenix, and he was like, call me back, because I guess I missed his call. So he sent me a text, and I'm terrified. I haven't called it back yet because I'm like I'm like, I don't know. But this is something I've been thinking about for a long time, on and off. This is something I've been desiring to do on and off, and it kind of feels right, but like at the same time, it's scary. It's so scary. I really like being up late. That's another thing. You can work until 2 p.m., 2 a.m. or whatever, and not go into work until like 7. And I feel like that's like perfect for me. There's like pros and cons of everything though, right? But I don't know. I feel like I want to do it, but I'm scared. Just of the rejection, I think. Of going into a strip club, auditioning, and them saying no. And of the unknown. But I think that has to do with the rejection thing. I think that's like, okay, I'm scared because I might be rejected in front of everyone. It brings me back to my choir days. I also love to be on stage. Like, I love performing. Like, I really do. It brings me back to my choir days, like early in my choir days, when I didn't want to audition because I just, in my head, I had it dead set that I wasn't going to get anything. Like, I had it dead set that I wasn't going to get a solo, so why try? And then fast forward to my senior year, I had so many solos. Like, I had a solo at every single concert. And of course, like, before that, like, I don't know, but it's just like the evolution, right? I remember in 7th grade, I didn't audition because I was like 7th or 8th grade. I didn't audition because I'm like, no fucking way I'll get anything. And then I had a friend that like pushed me to, and I didn't get it. But I was so scared. I was so nervous, of course. Like, I was unprepared. And then I remember the next time I auditioned, I got it for like a different solo thing. So it's just crazy to see the evolution. And then year after year after year, like, I got more solos and more solos and more, like, whatever. But it started off being so scared. And I'm like that with, like, I was like that with YouTube. I thought about doing YouTube for years, and I love it, and I always have. I could cry talking about how much I love YouTube, and I would do it even if I made money or not. The amount of work that YouTubers put in for the amount of money, especially like I think it's so funny to call yourself a micro influencer. I think that's so funny. Especially for someone that doesn't have followers like crazy, but like still making money, right? The amount of work, like, it doesn't really match up. So you, to be around, like, you have to really love it. Anyways, I was like that, and I didn't do YouTube for years, probably 6, 7, 8, 9 years. I don't know. 13, and I started when I was 18, so like 5, 6 Probably even before that, honestly, before 13. I don't really remember, but yeah, I didn't start for that long, or I started and I quit, and I started and I quit. But now it's so easy. Like, it's just like I sit here and I talk, and of course I get nervous, of course, like only when I post though. I'm nervous about the response, not about actually sitting down and doing it. It's just crazy, the evolution. So I'm thinking about this and like, are you really gonna let yourself be held back because you're scared to be seen, Michaela? Like, I don't know. I think this could be really good for me. And I know that rejection is just redirection, and that's not me like, that's not me throwing a quote at you. That's truly what I believe. I truly believe that like, if I'm meant to get a certain job and it will be good for my evolution, then it will be good for my evolution, right? And if I don't get something, it just means that's not the right thing for me right now. So I know like, if I audition and I get rejected, it was for a lesson, and we'll open up that chapter of whatever that lesson is. And I know that if I got it, it would open up a new chapter of whoa. Like, I can't even fathom where that would take me. Cause like stripper vlogs, guys, can you imagine? Oh my gosh, it just like kind of makes me happy. I don't know. And the money, I watch these girls and they come home with like $300 a night minimum. And just being around people that are doing the same thing as you and doing vlogs of it. So I'm stripping, making money doing that. My videos would get so many more views because sex sells. And that's definitely not, that's not why I talk about it. Again, like, I just like dark things in life. But that is a perk of my personality, is that I am willing to talk about that stuff, and sex sells. I'm willing to put myself on whatever, because sex sells, and that is beneficial to me because I actually like talking about it, and it doesn't harm me to talk about it. It doesn't make me uncomfortable. It just kind of like flies out the mouth, right? So yeah, my videos would get more views, and I feel like I have a lot to teach. Not intentionally teach, but like with my experience, I have a lot to teach people that have like sexual trauma or self-worth issues. Yeah. And I feel like the OnlyFans videos brought me that. Like, I think a lot of people starting OnlyFans or wanting to, but on the cuff, are people, myself included, that have had self-worth things about themselves. Like, they have problems with self-worth, and I think most people are like that. But I feel like it brought me an audience that like really understands me and is really like open to learn from me. And I'm open to learning from myself and from everyone else, and like, I think that's so beautiful. So I can't imagine what my audience would be like if, wow, I don't know. I see that like growing my OnlyFans. I mean, right now my analytics are 50-50 man woman. That is crazy. It's like 47% men, 53% women. Like, it's insane on my Instagram and my YouTube. And I think that's cool that like guys like rock with me, and girls. I think that's super fun. But yeah, I don't know where I was like going with this, but I can see so many cool things like with that, like stripper vlogs with that will really grow my audience in a direction that I want to go. Like, I really want OnlyFans to be like my thing. I want YouTube to be my thing. I know it can happen quickly. I don't know. I'm trying not to like control things anymore. Like, if it happens, it happens, you know? But those are some things to be excited about. I don't know. I will keep you updated on this little topic right here.
That's probably gonna be the title of this video. It's at the end of the video, so sorry about that. But yeah, we'll see what I do with that. I will definitely keep you guys updated. I love you. Subscribe to my OnlyFans if you're not already. Dude, imagine all the guys typing in stripper vlog and then subscribing to my OnlyFans, and you have clients in real life and online. Amazing. Can you just imagine? Anyways, subscribe to my OnlyFans. Follow me on Instagram, Michaela Renee, with 3 E's at the end, but they will both be linked in the description. It's Michaela, M-I-C-H-A-E-L-A, Renee, R-E-N-A-E-E-E is my Instagram, and my OnlyFans is X Michaela Fans, onlyfans.com/X Michaela Fans. And I will see you in the next one. Don't really have a schedule, as you guys know. I am just, when I feel like talking, I will come on here. The try-on haul got demonetized as soon as I posted it, so that will be up hopefully in the next few days. It's up, but it got demonetized, so I have to wait for it to get re-monetized before I post it, just because if I post it right now, I know it's gonna get like 1,000 views in a short span of time, and I wouldn't get paid for that. So I want to like be smart with that. But it's just literally because it has lingerie haul in the title. It's just so annoying, but that is coming. It's just a choppy little, like, not even choppy, but just silly video. So that will be up in the next few days. But besides that, if I feel like talking, I'll be here. This really helps me. This is like my therapy. I love this. I love you guys so much. I'll see you later. I haven't done that in a long time.